Hey Facebook, hey Instagram, how are you? My name is Colleen Gallagher and I am a evolutionary transformational coach. So what I would like to hop on here quickly because I was just working out and something came to me that gets to be shared at the greatest capacity after my workout. And what just occurred in my workout that I wanted to share with everyone. And actually, before I go there, when you hop on, please let me know where you're hopping in from. Please let me know where you're at. If you're watching the replay, #replay. Super pumped for this. It's going to be deep. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be next level. So I was just in the gym and I was working out and it was in the middle of the day because I was doing some projects that are going on for some clients and I'm working on some things that I'm transforming and shifting and showing up as the highest capacity of myself and showing up. And I was like, you know what? Right now gets to be a break. And right now I'm going to go work out in the middle of my research, in the middle of what I was doing, in the middle of reading some things and preparing for some client calls. I was like, that's it, like putting everything away and I'm going to go work out. And what happened in this workout is I was listening to this beautiful kind of music that had pianos and all this beautiful like saxophone that was coming in. I was getting like super into it and super drived and super pumped up. And what occurred to me that it gets to be shared with this is that you really get to live into your highest version of yourself at every single moment of your life. And why I wanted to come on and share this so raw and so vulnerably right after my workout is that no one's here to convince you to live the life of your dreams. No one's sitting here telling you that you have to live this certain life. You are the one that's the creator of your reality. You're the one that is choosing to evolve yourself. You are the one who's saying, I'm choosing to live a life that's not true to me, or I'm choosing to step up as a powerful, badass, epic human being and actually create the results I say I want to create. That is the life that I am choosing, that I'm going to be. And, I get so many messages all the time and so many people saying, oh, you're so inspiring, you're so motivating, you're so whatever. Like you can only see something in me that you see in someone else. So the one thing that changed my life, the one thing that transformed my life, the one thing that allowed me, empowered me to become an evolutionary leader, to guide others to become evolutionary leaders, is that to understand you have the power. You always have the power. You have the power at any moment to say, I'm living in full abundance. I'm living as a badass. I'm living as an epic human. I'm living into my dreams. I'm choosing to say that today is the day. I am no longer living into a life that's not my choice. I am choosing today to live into my freedom codes. I'm choosing today to aspire to be around the people that are going to help lift me, to help elevate me, to guide me to the next human, to the next person, through the next evolution that I get to be, so I can transform myself to show up as the highest level human that I know how to be in this world, to call in everything around me. And, I hid for a while. I was hiding for a while for this, since I left my job in corporate America. And some of you may not know, but I'm just going to go through it really quick. I had cancer at the age of 14. I graduated with a business degree from a large college. I also traveled with nearly 35 countries. I'm now getting my master's in global technology and development. I'll be going for a PhD. I help freaking epic people create epic results. I'm working with a girl right now who is in Jordan, who's wanting to write a book. I've been working with one client for a week. They're almost halfway done with their book. And these results that people are getting is that they're choosing to say, I'm going through an evolution. I'm going to evolve myself scientifically, going to now choose to co-create with my life to show up as the highest, best version of myself. I'm no longer going to sit here and play small. I'm no longer going to sit here and not live with freedom. I'm no longer going to sit here and pretend that I'm happy or that the world's just the way it is and la, 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 la. No. The one thing that changed my life, the one thing that has changed my life with all these results, with all of my clients' results and what I do and what I transform and what we dig into with this evolution, what is your heart's truth? What makes your heart happy? And it is not my job, it is not anyone else's job to sit here and convince you. It is not anyone else's job to sit here and get you results. It is your job to show up in the process to co-create with your life. It is your job to show up in the process to say, I'm an epic human and I just worked out, but I'm going to go on Facebook and do a live because this gets to be shared. Because the one thing that changes your life, the one thing that changed my life, the one thing that's allowed me to get epic results in every single area of my life at age 24 is I chose to believe I was worth it. And I chose to believe to myself and say to myself, I'm going to evolve myself to be around people who have the life that I want. And I invested time, energy, abundance, whatever it is, to say that that is what I deserve and that is what I'm worth and that is what's transformed my life. That is what saved my life. I saved my own life instead of falling into this trap and what society wants and doing all the things that aren't your truth. I chose to sit up in the process and say, this is the life that I'm choosing to create. This is the life that I'm choosing to say, I stand for this. And the people that I'm here to serve, the people that I'm here to help, the people who are ready to be epic humans, like the people who are like, I'm a badass human. I'm here to do epic things in the world. I'm ready for it. I want to get the clarity. I want to create success from my heart, not success from my mind, success from my heart. I want to do that. This is who I'm here to serve. This is who I'm here to help. This is who I'm here to empower to impact the world. I'm not here to impact someone that's like, oh, I don't know. That is not the thing that's changed my life. That's not the thing that's going to change your life. And if you're sitting there caught up in, I don't know, I'm not sure, la, 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 I'm sorry, like you could die. Like, and that's just the reality of being a cancer survivor. Like, and I've been hiding that of like, oh, I don't want to be this girl that had cancer. Like, no, the reality is like, you could die at any moment. Your health is never guaranteed to you. Any day of any week, you can be diagnosed. Like, let's not be naive in all of this, and let's be honest. And let's start saying to ourselves that we hold the responsibility to show up and live our truth. And, you know, when I was doing my working out and I'm like going and I'm like getting into it and listening to all the music, hey, Glenn, the thing that I realized was that you get to choose it. And I chose multiple times over and over and over, leaving my corporate job, scary. Leaving a job for no guarantee of money, moving across the world, but I didn't know one person. But guess what? It was my truth to live internationally. It was my truth to go through that evolution. So I chose to put mentors. I chose to put people around me that had did that before so that could help me. And I invested my time and energy into myself and money into people. This is not like this is going to happen magically without money. So people who are like, oh, I don't know, it's just going to fall below. Let me know one millionaire, please. Let me know one person that travels the world that invested zero amount of money in themselves. I'm going to tell you it's not happening. And if you aren't investing time, energy, and money into yourself to change your life, to say, I'm holding the power to be around people who have the life I want to have, you are not going to get there. And I mean, maybe you will get there, you know, maybe that's cynical. Maybe you will. I have no idea. But from any business I've consulted, from any business I've seen, from any business I've studied, from any human I've studied, from anything that's in history, look at developing nations, developing and develop. Let's take this to a country level, actually. Any country that's become developed, let's look at the United Kingdom, who basically took over the world before, you know, whatever happened. Let's look at that. They invested substantial amount of money into foreign investments, into other things. They invested. They didn't even invest in their own people. So if you're not even investing in yourself, that's like regions. And look how well it worked out for them. It did not work out long-term as a great way. China, look at China. China is also doing major things to invest in the world. China's doing a lot of things right now to make themselves basically economically independent of what's going on. Not with human development, talking about human economy, but I'm saying this, bringing it back to the humans like us that are in this place. If you aren't investing in your mindset, you aren't investing in your evolution, you aren't choosing to be around people who can look at your life with you, see where there's separation, see where you're not living your truth, allows you and guides you to see that awareness that's going on in your life that we like to suppress or we like to not be true to. Like if that's the way you're living, great. But that's why you're not getting results in your life. And that's why you're not getting your results in other places. And no one's here to convince you. No one's here to say this is like all the things and la, la, la. Like, you know when you're ready to act on something. And you know, and you can always create the abundance. If you're acting from a place of scarcity and you're saying, I want to transform, but what, like, no way. Do you think someone who's in cancer, someone who's about to die is saying, I don't have money to live? You are finding money to live. And if you're alive and you're wanting to evolve, to change your life, you're basically just saying, I just want to keep killing myself over and over and over in real life because you're saying, like, I just can't find the money to evolve. So if I had cancer, I'm just not going to be able to find the money to evolve. Like, that's just not the truth. And that's just not the thing that I've done to transform my life. And I'm really passionate about this. And the reason I'm coming on in this way, in this very like masculine, kind of dominant, like intense, passionate way, is because it's so crazy that so many of people don't think they have the choice. Like, you always have the choice to say, I can evolve myself. You always have the choice to say, I'm willing and open to transform myself. You always have the choice to say that I desire to live with internal freedom. I desire to let my heart be free. I desire to let my heart stand in this place that's so beautiful and so depth and so great. I desire that so deeply that I'm going to do whatever it takes to evolve myself because my heart deserves it. And the world is waiting for my heart. The world is waiting for me. And that's the truth. Every single one of us, the world is waiting for, regardless of where you're from, what sex, whatever it is you are. Like, the world is waiting for you to come up in the process and co-create. And by you sitting there saying to yourself, well, I don't know, I'm not sure, and like all of the things, like, you are literally just saying to yourself, like, oh, I don't know, like, I'm just okay with wasting my life away and wasting my time away. And maybe that's mean or that sounds harsh, but you guys, this is the reality. Like, there's 75% of the world is living in poverty. So the fact that you are on here right now means you're not living in poverty. And the fact that you're convincing yourself in your mind to say, oh, I don't know, like, whatever it is that you don't know about, like, I'm sorry, it's not true. I'm calling bullshit. I'm here to say that because you get to live with freedom. You get to choose that. You get to live into your truth and your heart at the greatest capacity. And I'm so passionate about this because I'm not here to help the people that are like, oh, I don't know, I'm not sure, la, 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 the things. Like, the people that I help, like, that serve, like, they're people that are doing epic things, like people that are doing non-government organizations, people that are doing humanitarian work, people that are here to do educational work. Like, these are the people that I'm here to serve. These are the people that I do serve. These are the people that are lifting the vibration of the planet. And if you're sitting here in your mind's like, oh, I don't know, that's not going to change your life. And the one thing that changed my life, and when I started off with, is that I chose to say I have the power, and I chose to say I'll co-create with this power, and I chose to say I get to do whatever feels good on my time with my freedom codes. And I created that, and I commit to that, and I align to that, and I choose that. So I live beyond the impossible. So every result I get in my life is beyond what could be imagined. And I do that purposefully. I do that intentionally. I do that by choice. And so when you're saying, well, I don't know, I'm not sure, like, all you're saying to yourself, it's really to yourself, is that you don't believe you're worthy of creating the results that you deserve to have. All you are saying to yourself is you do not believe that your heart deserves to suffer. And that's just not the truth. That's just not the truth, that your heart deserves to suffer. You were not put here on this planet to suffer. You were not put here on this planet to not have fun. You are not put here on this planet to not live with a ton of money doing exactly what you love. Like, that's just not the truth. You are not here to do that. You are not meant to do that. You are here to live with the divine purpose. You're here to live with your divine truth. You're here to always evolve yourself and go to the next level and put yourself around people who are going through evolutions. And if you're like in this place, I don't know, or I'm not sure, like, it's always going to be a little bit uncomfortable. Like, let's just get that out of the way. Like, everything is going to be a little bit uncomfortable. Never is there going to be the one moment that's like, today is the day I woke up and all of the stars aligned. My kids were all behaved. My bank account is perfect. My hair is perfect. My project is perfect. There's never going to be that day. So if you keep wanting to wait till perfect, you're basically, again, just telling yourself that you don't want to hold yourself responsible for being the change that you want to see in your life. You're putting the power outside of yourself. And I'm just wanting to say to all this because you have the choice to act. You have the choice to co-create. You have the choice to be around mentors who can support you. But if you're choosing to be alone and you're making that choice, that's a choice. And I just want to come out and say that on this because so many people lately, especially in the media, things I've been watching, especially what's going on internationally right now, if anyone even pays attention to this, with economies and with taxes, like, people are choosing to play the victim, and that's not okay. That's not going to change your life. What changes your life is choosing to say, I'm a powerful manifestor, and I'm choosing to be the best badass human being that I'm meant to be in this world. That is what's going to change your life. That's what's going to transform your life, and choosing to do that for you. Not comparing yourself to anyone else, not saying, well, I want the results they've created. Like, the way I've created success is going to be very different than what you create success as, or Gary Vaynerchuk, or a Grant Cardone, or a Obama. Like, those are all going to be different ways. And so the choice that you have is to say, I want to find out the clarity on my codes, on my freedom codes. I want to find out that clarity, and I want to go through an evolution so I can shift the culture that I'm in. When I'm in a room, I want to be the person that's shifting the culture, shifting the vibration, showing up as the badass human. That is what you are doing. And you can always, I see that you said, and you have money. That's the only thing I saw. You can always create money. like, let's just talk about that. I haven't come on here publicly and said this yet, but I will. So I remember when I was in April of this year, and I was barely making $2,000 a month, And I was doing that, I was barely at $2,000 a month that I was making. And I was doing like a 6-week program for 6 calls. It was actually like crazy when you work out the amount of money that I was doing this for. So what I did is I chose to invest $30,000. In my evolution for myself. It's actually more than that, but within basically a short amount of time, I invested $50,000 in myself, which I'm letting you know was an evolution I committed for, because I was so committed to my vision. I was so committed to up level the success that I was going to create for not only myself, but for humanity. And so when you're sitting there and you're like, well, I can only have one mentor, I can only have one thing, like, there isn't that. Like, that's not going to change your life. Like, everything around you is an opportunity. You can either say no to opportunities, you can say yes to opportunities. I always choose to say yes to opportunities, because that only expands you. It only greatens your opportunity to live into greater depth and to your evolution, back to the evolutionary transformation. What I do is I guide you through the evolution. Like, I guide you through becoming the next evolution of yourself. Humanity goes through evolutions. Like, before we didn't have electricity. Now we have renewable electricity that we get to talk about in the world, and how this is going to unfold. So, well, let's say with that, that's an evolution. That same concept of, let's say, electricity is also what we get to do now as humans in our lifetime. We can evolve ourselves in this lifetime. We can say, I'm choosing to go through an evolution in this lifetime. I'm choosing to say, I'm allowed to go through this transformation to evolve myself to the next level of success, so I can create the next level of success around me with impact, income, about like money, relationships, all of the things. Like, I can do that, but you get to show up in the process, and you get to say in your heart and in your mind that I'm choosing to allow someone to co-create with me, to then see where the subconscious mindset blocks in my life are that is not allowing me to excel. Because when we get comfortable and we're in our life, we're like, oh, this is comfortable, you're not going to be evolving. And psychologically, this is psychology, please Google this to verify. Psychologically, humans value growth. We value evolution. So if you're not growing, you're going to sink back into old habits. And when you sink back into old habits, you're not going to be creating the next level of success. So why you hire someone, why you go into looking to work with someone, why you go into looking to create an evolution with yourself, with someone, is because you're deciding to say, I'm going to be the change I want to see in the world. I'm going to be responsible for the results I want to create. And this is what I'm so passionate about. And this is what I care deeply about. And I wanted to come on and share this because as I was working out just now, and it all came through me super intensely, super deeply, all of the things, and even like the meetings I sent, and projects and researchers that I'm working with, and projects that I'm looking at and transforming, and the clients that are coming up in this place and saying, I want to be someone who changes the world. I want to be someone who creates peace. I look up to the Nelson Mandelas. These are the clients that I work with, the people that are looking up to the Steve Jobs or whatever. Like, they're here to shift culture globally. Like, you know, you're here to do epic things in the world. And these are the people that I work with. And if you're in that place with yourself, like, you know that you're here to do that, investing in yourself is almost I don't understand this thing of like, oh, I want to do this, but that is like a whole subconscious mindset structure in itself that you're not even allowing yourself to go through an evolution to change your life, to show up as this transformation, evolutionary, epic human, to create the results you want in your life with impact, whatever. I mean, income, all of the things, it doesn't matter. And so sure, you can do it by yourself and sit there and have fun, but I'm just saying from the results I've created in my life, which is very massive at a young age, I would think that if I was in a position of wanting that, I would be getting around the people that have gotten me there. And that's what I did. I got around the mentor who was all over online that had some spiritual. I got around a spiritual teacher. I got around a corporate America mentor when I was there. I've gotten around now a researcher, whatever. Like, you're always getting around mentors that you like what you see with what they have, and you're wanting to add that to your life. And that's how you evolve. That's how you grow. Like, you can do things by yourself for sure, and I think that gets you so far, but there's nothing like being with someone in the work and actually creating it and actually committing to yourself. And that's the thing that changed my life, really, is that I decided to follow my heart, and I chose to go around people who had created the life that I wanted, and then I showed up in the process. So anyway, I wanted to share this. I wanted to come on because I was working out and I was hearing this music and really feeling it and like going all in and going deep. And I wanted to be honest and raw and vulnerable that it's not always perfect. It's not always messy. Living the freedom lifestyle means it gets to be 3:18 p.m. And while it's 3:18 p.m., you get to go work out. You get to do a live, go back to a project, go and do it. That is the freedom lifestyle. There is no like one rule, one this, whatever. Like you're living a life that you're truly deeply devoted to, and you're living a life where you're always evolving yourself. Like I knew in the moment I was in, I got to release energy. I got to go release that in a workout. I did that because that was my next evolution for the transformation that's occurring with clients that I'm working with. And when you're connecting this together and allowing that interconnectivity in your life, results will naturally flow. So whew, that was a great live. I wanted to share with all of you the one thing that changed my life. As I said, live into your truth, live into your purpose, act from that place. And I'm so deeply committed to each of you. I'm so deeply here to serve you and serve those who are ready to step into their truth, those who are ready to go on this evolution, those who are willing to be guided to use their gifts, your born gifts that are here in this world, to evolve humanity. That is who I'm here to serve. That is who I'm here to help. If this is you, you're this epic human being. You're like a researcher, but you're a wisdom, but you're a heart person, and you are here to literally transform the world and shift the culture. I would love to open this conversation with you. I would love to sit down with you and love to see how we can transform and work this together at a very deep level, to go into your mindset, to go into your heart and transform this and alchemize it and get this out of you, because today you are the best person that you can be, but every day we can make you better. Every day you get to be better if you choose that and you want that. And that's the beautiful thing about this life. And that's the beautiful thing about evolution and humanity. And that's the beautiful thing about the space that we're living in. So as I said, if you're an epic human, whether it's a coach, entrepreneur, leader, CEO, I'm here to serve you in the greatest next evolution for yourself, so you can truly live into your greatest truth. You can live into your greatest love and live into freedom lifestyle for yourself, but also for employees, also for others around you, also using your natural gifts to shift humanity around you and culture to be at greater and greater depths. Because truly when you give and you evolve yourself to be at a greater service, the service of a god and a goddess, you're only going to be able to have everything transform around you. So super excited to share this with you guys, super passionate about it, super excited. Reach out, connect, DM me and say, Colleen, I want to evolve myself. I'm ready to evolve myself. And let's open the conversation to the badass humans. My private one-on-one mentorship is open. I only have a few spots. Actually, it's super full. And because I'm traveling all over the world and doing all the things, and I'm so passionate about who I work with to make sure they get the epic freaking results that they're meant here to do, I'm meant here to get, I only take a select few people that I work with. So make sure you message me while the spots are still open. And I'm super excited for you epic humans who are ready to shift the culture globally. Let's do this. I love you deeply. And most importantly, here's just to being a badass humans that are transforming the way humanity sees and interacts with the world. Sending you so many amazing vibrations and so excited to reach out, hear from you soon, to start creating these deep, deep, deep things at the deepest levels to create the biggest impact in the world. Super excited and have the most epic day in your life.